Comic book review. Absolute Batman issue 14, rated out of 10. 3, 2, 1,
9.
8.
Okay, give me your opinion first. Let's see why.
Okay, so this issue was the end of the arc, the Bane arc. I won't do any spoilers, but it was really good. I enjoyed it thoroughly, but it didn't give me the exact emotion that I thought I would have when reading it. It's still an 8 out of 10. I loved it. I would recommend it. I'll probably put it somewhere where I could look at it more because this cover is probably a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. But it was missing something, and I just don't know what. What about you, Danny?
All right, I gave it a 9 out of 10. All right, there are some decisions in this comic book that could have made it a 10 out of 10, but honestly, I am so happy with what they gave us this week. This month, honestly, amazing story, and they really capture the storytelling from the beginning to the end. Like there is a long running story that we finally have close to, not only the obvious, but one that you have to read to find out. Um, Again, we have Mr. Dragota, or I don't know how to say his name, but that's literally how you say it, Dragota or Dragota.
I don't know.
It looks like you would say that in Spanish, Dragota. So amazing art, amazing art. Snyder with the amazing story. I'm not sure what Martin's probably the color. Good job, Martin. Good job, Martin. But absolutely amazing. Honestly, if I reread the entire series, there's possibilities that this rating of 9 could go up or could go down. Upon second read, it can like, because since you already know how the story goes, you can kind of grasp it a lot better and find details that you didn't know before. So maybe reading it a second time, I might love certain issues more and dislike some issues like this one a little bit more. So you never know.
I think if we're rereading it, like Danny said here, I think my rating would go up to a 9. Because now that my expectations are set, I know what to look for, and like this comic was honestly amazing. Honestly amazing. It wasn't what I thought it was, which doesn't mean it was bad. It was amazing. So I could give it a 9 out of 10 if I give it a second read. But I'm sticking at an 8, 8.5 maybe. It was great. It was great.
Spoiler section. There will be spoilers now. You have 5, 4, 3,
Get out of here.
2,
Get out of here.
1. Okay, now that people who don't want to get spoiled are gone, now we can talk about this comic in depth, kind of. Okay, so back to my previous statement on how they tie things together. The fight of Killer Croc, Waylon Jones, versus the heavyweight or something in MMA. I'm sorry, I don't really remember the other guy's name. And how they tie in the story and how they make it a big deal for the finale of Bane's fight is amazing. I love how it was like we saw the progression of how like the Killer Croc and Bruce story of coach and fighter mirrored the entire time, and how they were friends and everything like that. And now it closes off very well with how the whole thing went down. How Killer Croc was ended up losing in the fight, but then and then Waylon Jones was losing in the fight, and Killer Croc was losing against Bane. And then Bruce came to Waylon Jones during the Octagon match, and that he kind of did the same thing. I don't know, and it kind of like the whole duo story of how it matched up was very good in my opinion, and it made it very satisfying. And I love the way it ended.
That Waylon Jones like fighting arc, I thought was just backstory. It's been out for a couple issues. It started a while ago, and I was like, this is cool. We're getting some story, we're getting some development. Maybe how they grew better as friends. I would have never thought that the scenario Waylon Jones was like how we said mirrored to Batman, so that their finale, how they ended together. I don't know, man. That was something. That was so unexpected. It like brought closure to that little piece. It made that piece so worth it. After reading all 14 issues, I enjoyed that. One of my favorite DC characters in all of DC since I was little is Killer Croc. And boy, did they make Killer Croc so freaking cool in this comic. He comes out like Godzilla coming out of the ocean, final boss form, and just starts beating on the Tower of Bane, bro. That was something, man. And his mouth being so open, I thought they were gonna kill Killer Croc. I don't know what their plan is for the future now for Killer Croc. What I'm hoping is that they make him like a sidekick like Robin, because the more Killer Croc, the happier I'm gonna be. But like, wow, did they do good? They almost killed him. That scared me. Honestly, that would have gave me the emotion I was looking for. I was looking for like a big death, a shock factor. But I'm honestly really glad they didn't. And I love Killer Croc. I love it.
Honestly, I while reading it, I was hoping that Killer Croc died, but for the shock factor. But honestly, while finishing reading it, the shock factor for me personally was how huge Bane got. That is what I honestly like. Like that was my like. I didn't need anyone to die because what's it called? Just to make the because every issue of Batman just has like this wow factor, and this one was just he got abnormally huge, and it was amazing. I loved it, crazy, and the comparison of Batman to Bane, knowing how tall Absolute Batman is insane.
6'9". That's Batman's height. One thing I was really looking forward to was seeing Absolute Joker. Because after seeing all the covers of him coming out next month, which I'm probably going to try to get every single one, I was really looking forward to seeing him here. And not seeing him, like, it should be expected because he wasn't, like, teased, like, in that way that he'd be here. But I just wanted him to be there. And so I was like, damn, just a little bit. But what I did find cool was he bombed Bane's home. Wow. Is Bane gonna be a good guy? Is Bane turning on him? Bane's not even dead, bro. No one's dead. Yeah. Batman went for the kill though. Yeah. Like he didn't even hesitate.
That's crazy, right? I'm gonna go with the last thing I wanted to talk about in this for this comic. Because he brought up a good point about Bane still being alive and the Joker bombing where Bane is from. And I was like, oh shoot, is Bane gonna become a good guy? And what Matthew told me was that it was like maybe it's because Bane failed Joker that this is like Bane's punishment. And I was like, oh my gosh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I like that theory. I like that Joker's just that bad of a guy. You fail him, he'll take everything away from you.
Because that was Bane's initial like he killed his dad for war and for like but just to save his country, I believe, right? So yeah. But okay, now for that I just wanted to add on to something he said. Not for actually what I was thinking, the last thing. The entire issue Batman was teased to have one more Venom thing. What is it? Well, Venom. I would just call it a Venom power up. Where he would turn into the Batman abomination thing that's like you see in the 2-pager. Absolutely amazing 2-pager. And I was really bummed out that's why it wasn't a 10. Because it would have been cool if he was able to turn into that one more time. But I do like how they defeated Bane, and it makes so much sense. And I feel like that's why upon second read, now that I'm expecting it, it might go higher. But I was so looking forward to seeing a monstrous absolute Batman. And that's honestly the only reason why it's a 9 out of 10. But I'm pretty sure with my expectations now set, reading it again, it could be better. It could honestly the rating could go up.
Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing Absolute Batman on Venom. But Batman taking out the Venom when everyone thought he still had it was such a Batman thing to do. I couldn't even be mad. That part didn't upset me because that's such a Batman thing to do. Just to have a side plan and then have a plan for that side plan. I love that. I like that. I enjoyed that. And that's our comic book review.